Now, if you watch my channel, you know I recently reviewed the Lenovo Legion 5i 17-inch gaming laptop from Lenovo, and I really loved it. It had the Intel processor, it had the RTX 2060, it had a lot to offer in terms of price to performance value. But I wanted to check out something with the AMD Ryzen 7 4800H. So Lenovo hit me up to check out the Lenovo Legion 515 with the AMD Ryzen processor. I quickly jumped on it. We're looking at that 4800H. We're looking at the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 Ti. That's a nice CPU, GPU combination. So I've been putting it through its paces for the past couple of weeks. This is one great laptop that comes in at a great price. Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and this is my review of the Lenovo Legion 515, running the AMD Ryzen 4800H processor. Coming up. Like these type of videos, why not hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell. This way you'll be alerted every time I upload a new video. Make sure you follow me on my social media, especially Twitter and Instagram. I post a lot of updates on those platforms. And why not check out my Discord server? It's a great place for us to hang out and talk tech. Link in the video description below. And today's video is brought to you by all the members who contributed this month to the channel. Want to become a member? Hit that join button below. And in the interest of transparency and full disclosure, I'm not being paid by Lenovo, I'm not being sponsored by Lenovo. All the opinions you're about to hear are my own, and no one is seeing this video before its release. This review unit is on loan from Lenovo, and when this review is done, I'll be sending it back. Pricing for the Lenovo Legion 515 AMD starts at a very competitive $809.99. Price as tested with my review unit, that comes in at $1,069.99, and that to me is a steal because, as you will see, this is a very good, or should I say excellent, gaming laptop that gives you great price to performance value. Now I'll leave the link below for more information and where you can buy it. And with that out of the way, let's find out what you get inside the box. Let's open it up. Inside the box is some safety, warranty information, and a setup guide. You get your extension cord and a 170-watt power supply that uses Lenovo's own proprietary connector. The Legion 5 is entirely built out of plastic, but it has a nice coating on it, a matte coating on it that gives it a very high-end feel to it. Nice sturdy build. As far as the way it looks, it has a dark gray finish to it that gives it a very sleek and modern design. I actually like the way this looks and feels. The Legion 5 comes in at 5.5 pounds or 2.5 kilograms, making it somewhat portable for a gaming laptop. That's pretty good. And yes, you can open the lid with one finger. Now, once you open the lid, you're greeted by the keyboard. It's got that Lenovo smile-shaped keys, and it's one of the better redesigned keyboards we have here in 2020. It has a better layout than many others in this segment. It has a full-size main deck of keys, a smaller numpad section, and my favorite aspect, large and well-spaced directional keys. A lot of people are going to love that. Now, the keys are a bit on the shallow side, but they have good tactile feedback, and it doesn't feel like your fingers will bottom out. Now, when it comes to the backlight, you have a couple of options. Lenovo offers a white backlit keyboard option or a 4-zone RGB variant for a $30 extra upgrade. Now, my review unit has the white backlit keyboard. It's a multi-stage backlit keyboard, and it's great for getting work done in a dark room or a dimly lit environment. And it has a mid-size plastic trackpad with a fairly smooth surface that actually was pretty responsive. It is a precision touchpad, so that means you're going to get that really smooth scrolling and all the gestures will work as advertised. Now keep in mind, it is off-center due to the inclusion of the numpad. But of course, you get acclimated pretty quickly. And of course, as we always do, let's check out the port selection. We'll start off on the left side where you find the USB-A port, a 3.5mm audio jack. Now moving over to the back where a lot of the ports reside, you get an RJ45 Ethernet port, a USB-C port, two USB-A ports, an HDMI port, the power port, and finally a Kensington lock port. And moving over to the right side, you get one USB-A port, and that pretty much rounds out all the ports on this laptop. Notably missing is any kind of card reader, no full-size SD card reader or even a micro SD card reader. Now, when it comes to the display, there are three options you have. You have a full HD IPS with a 250 nit display, 120 hertz refresh rate. You can get that same one with a 300 nit 60 hertz refresh rate for $50 more. And for $100 more, you can get what I have on my review unit, a full HD IPS with 300 nits in terms of brightness, 144 hertz refresh rate with 100% coverage of the sRGB. And I gotta say, it's worth that extra $100. It really is a nice, bright, sharp display. And if you're a gamer, you're going to really like that higher refresh rate of 144 hertz. Now, what you're looking at here is a 15.6-inch IPS display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080. That means you're going to get a 16:9 aspect ratio, and for gaming, you're going to like that. Again, it also has that 144 hertz refresh rate, making the gaming experience that much better. Now, they claim this display will get up to 300 nits in terms of brightness. I actually measured 324, even higher than advertised. I like to see that. It's a nice, bright, sharp, crisp display. You get very deep blacks, you get some good white points, decent contrast, good viewing angles, and it also is pretty color accurate. And for those that want to use this laptop for things other than gaming, then you can definitely do content creation on this, because this particular display covers the color gamut very well. 100% sRGB, 75% of Adobe RGB, 75% of the DCI P3 wide color gamut, and 69% NTSC, making this a good choice for those content creators that do Lightroom, Photoshop, and of course, video editing. Now, this display has some very good viewing angles, and it also doesn't show a lot of reflections or glare, something I like to see in a display. So it pretty much hits all the points that you'd want in a gaming laptop when it comes to this display panel. To me, it's worth it to spend that extra $100 to get that 144 hertz refresh rate. It definitely makes a difference for smoother scrolling and an overall better experience. So this is the front-facing camera on the Legion 5 running the AMD Ryzen 4800H GTX 1650 Ti here for 2020, and very impressive so far. This is a 720p 30 frames per second webcam. Good for Zoom, good for Skype. I want to know how it sounds and how it looks. Let me know in that comment section below. There is a shutter switch which gives you more privacy and security, something we like to see here in 2020. Again, I want to know what you think. Let me know. Okay, let's talk about the performance, and you won't be disappointed because the Legion 515 runs the AMD Ryzen 7 processor. It's the 4800H with 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. It also has the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 Ti. That's going to be a nice combination to get you some very playable frame rates when it comes to some of the more popular titles. You're looking at Shadow of the Tomb Raiders, GTA 5, Borderlands 3, and more, all have playable frame rates. When it comes to temperatures, when you're playing games under heavy load, the fans will kick in. You'll notice the fans, of course, but if you go into the quiet mode, that will quiet things down when it comes to the fans, although it will get a bit warmer. Again, that depends on which mode you're in, of course. And just like other Legion laptops in the Lenovo line, they make it pretty easy to get inside this laptop. All you need to do is remove the Phillips head screws, pop off the bottom plate, and you're in. And once inside, you'll notice the dual fans for cooling, the multiple heat sinks, and you also will notice that it has a 60 watt-hour battery. That's the smaller option for this model. There is an 80 watt-hour battery that you can get with this also that will give you more longevity. We'll get into battery life a little bit later in this review. Underneath this metal plate are two RAM slots for you to expand out the RAM. It definitely is user replaceable, which I love to see. There's also a user replaceable SSD. It's accessible by removing that cover. Since this has a smaller battery, you also get the option to put a spinning hard drive in there as well. And it's good to see that the Wi-Fi card is slotted in as well, making it user upgradable. So if you want to upgrade it down the road, you have that option, although it is a Wi-Fi 6 card, making it pretty much future-proof for the foreseeable future. And when it comes to battery life, I have the smaller 60 watt-hour battery, and you can expect anywhere from 5 to 6 hours depending on what you're doing. Now, I ran my continuous web surfing test over Wi-Fi at 150 nits. It ran for 5 hours and 46 minutes before conking out. Now, they do supply you with a 170 watt power adapter, and it takes less than 2 hours for a full charge, so that's not too bad. Now, if you need more longevity, of course, opt for that bigger 80 watt-hour battery. Now, there are two bottom-facing speakers located on this laptop, and I would say they're pretty much mediocre. They're average, nothing special, nothing terrible either. They'll definitely get the job done. But if you're gaming, you want to definitely get a gaming headset to enhance the audio, and I think most people would opt for that anyway. So to bring it all home, can I recommend the Lenovo Legion 515 with the AMD Ryzen processor here for 2020? And the answer is an absolute yes. I love its 300 plus nit display, the 100% coverage of the color gamut, and that really high refresh rate of 144 Hz, enhancing the gaming experience. I also like the good build quality. I like the combination between that Ryzen 7 4800H and that GTX 1650 Ti. I think they make a nice combination. Very good thermals, understated design, which I kind of like with a gaming laptop, not over the top or really obnoxious. And I like the fact that the RAM, SSD, Wi-Fi card are all user upgradable. I love to see that. Now the negatives here, no card reader, no USB-C charging, and the rubber coating may chip or dent over the long haul. But those are not real deal breakers by any stretch, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely a recommend from me as being a great value to performance ratio, definitely making it worth your money. So what do you think about this bad boy, the Legion 5 with the AMD Ryzen processor, 15-inch display? Now I have the upgraded display. It's got the 300 nits. Well, actually I measured 324, which is even better. 144 Hertz IPS display. That'll enhance the gaming experience. And speaking of gaming on this, since it is a gaming laptop, you're going to love the fact that this does have that higher refresh rate. The GTX 1650 Ti did well. Pair that with that Ryzen 7 4800H processor, and you got yourself a nice gaming laptop that won't break the bank. It has a really good price to performance ratio. Now, when it comes to battery life, not the best, but most gaming laptops are not known for their battery life, so I'm not too disappointed in that regard. I have the 60 watt-hour battery. That's the lower option. You can get the 80 watt-hour battery, which will give you better battery life. With the 60, you're looking at anywhere from 5 to 6 hours, depending on what you're doing with the laptop, so keep that in mind. Now, as far as the performance is concerned, it did well on all the benchmarks. You could play the games, as I mentioned. You could do some content creation on this because of the good display, because of the GPU. You can do 4K video editing. You could do 1080p video editing. It all worked well. The best part about this laptop is its price to performance ratio. This comes in at a great price, and I think it starts a little over $800. And the price as tested, I think a little bit over $1,000, maybe $1,100. And considering the power this packs under the hood, the really nice build quality, the understated look, not like these other laptops that are gaming laptops that are overly obnoxious. You won't be embarrassed to use this in a meeting, and then when you take it home, you could play your game. So it's a nice, versatile, all-around laptop. It all comes together as one of the best price to value ratio laptops you can get right now. Again, I'm curious to know what you think. Let me know. So please hit the like button, please subscribe, please share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment in that comment section below. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if there's a device or something out there you think I should review. I'll do my best to try to make that happen. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course my website, amdtechreviews.com. So until next time, this is Andrew from AMD Tech. See ya.